Here we are at the Coho Cafe, Bakery and Deli. We've just had lunch at this spot, which is one of the North Shore good eating places, one of our favorite stops. We're going to talk with our friend John here. He's been walking with us today. And this is the nice little deck patio that nobody's using today, I guess because it rained and I figure it's wet out here, but it's pretty nice. And here we have John Wolforth. And you were with us the first day back on April 29th on that morning.
I was there for the big
the
start.
takeoff. And so John, have you ever, you haven't ever lived up in this part of the
I have
state?
not, no. Sturgeon Lake is as far north as I have lived.
But you've been working in Duluth, I know some.
I work in Duluth, so I see the lake every day in my work window.
Do you get much chance during lunch breaks or anything to get out there?
It's a pretty good hike to get down there. So no, I don't get down by the shore.
Okay. Well, what caused you to come up and join us today?
Well, it's quite a momentous occasion. I have to apologize for the few jokes that we made on that first day, whether or not how far you would get, or whether or not you would get this far.
Yeah,
but here we are, so I wanted to be part of it.
All right. But wasn't it somebody you worked with thought we'd only make it to the end of Wisconsin Point or something like that? Yeah, we had a few skeptics. But anyway, and what about the lake? What does that Lake Superior mean to you?
Well, it's so many things, really. I mean, I don't sail and I don't surf, but I see people enjoying it in that way. And of course, it's just an important part of the ecology of the area. I've always lived in the Great Lakes area,
Oh, that's
and I'm rather attached to that.
Did you come from Michigan?
I was born in Michigan, yes.
Okay. So near Lake Michigan, some.
Yes, I was over in the Detroit area, so. And yeah, I've been to Lake Michigan a few times too.
Okay.
Closer to Huron.
Yeah,
Like St. Clair.
Yeah, which we didn't really use that as recreation much. We would actually go all the way over to Lake Michigan and the dunes.
Oh yeah, right. Well, do you have any particular concerns about the lake?
Well, I've heard different things about the fishing not being as good as it used to, and invasive species, and I don't know what it is that I can do about that as a consumer or an advocate of that. But, so I would say that the changing ecology, that's such a large-scale problem that would concern me. I
have a thought. You know, what we're talking about is fresh water, and obviously we're pretty focused here in the U.S. and in this region about having good fresh water and protecting it. But you've just been down in Columbia and out in the rural areas there. Is fresh water a problem or an issue at all for them, for the people there?
Well, water was more a problem for me because I couldn't drink their water.
Okay.
And I know that they're, of course, able to, but it's just a very different, having to deal with being close to the ocean is very different. You can't flush things away as easily, and they do have a couple of very important rivers in that country, which I wasn't in that area, but and with the mountains they have, I think they're actually pretty healthy
right now
in that sense.
So the people in that region where you were by the coast, they get their water from wells, or
a lot of rain catching.
Okay.
Which is something that had recently been set up in the little town that we were in. I don't know what they were doing before that. Probably some hand pumped, or maybe they were carrying it. I think they were carrying it from further away. Actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, Americans are very sensitive to water, drinking water when we leave this country. We're used to having safe, clean water, and that's not the case in the rest of the world.
Right. Yeah, I never quite understood that, how you get used to whatever it is that the water does to me. If you live there long enough, or even if I lived there long enough, I could get used to it. I never quite understood how that
the
works.
bacteria or the little organisms would take it residence, and you'd just adjust it.
Right.
Well, John, we appreciate your persistence in coming with us at the start and almost the finish. And you've been good company.
Glad I could make it.
All right.